YouTubers, this is the ShallowCross Sports Network with the Double A, bringing you a new show, and we're going to talk about some of the things going on with the Tennessee Volunteers in this show. Going to be a very quick show. With that said, let's get right on into it. Tennessee picked up a big commitment from Wyatt. He is a in-state player, 6'4", 195 pounds. He narrowed his choices down. Let's see here. He narrowed his choices down to Tennessee and several other schools. I think Tennessee and Vanderbilt, and I think Georgia was in on it, and some other schools. But Tennessee was able to come through and pick up the commitment from him. At one time, we thought Tennessee was in trouble, but they were able to come through and pick up the commitment of Wyatt. Let's see if we can find him over here and show him to you. But I really do believe, on film, I believe he is believe Wyatt is a safety. He could grow into a linebacker or edge rusher down the road, but just looking at him, excuse me, just looking at him, he has...
An edge rusher is an umbrella term for a player whose primary role is to pressure the quarterback from the...
Just looking at him, he reminds me of a person, excuse me, of a player that could possibly play wide receiver and play in the secondary also. But as far as wide receiver is concerned, he has what they call a long stride. So it takes him a while to get going with his speed. Don't know what his 40 time is, or don't know what his 100-meter time is. But I think he's better off playing on the defensive side of the ball. Maybe a strong safety. And probably if he plays strong safety his first year, he grows into a 225 pounder, move him down to an edge rusher. And that's what I'm thinking. But they had to tell him he was going to play safety or play wide receiver in order to get him to commit. And so he committed, I think, a couple of days ago. And he's a good player that Tennessee has in the fold. And just looking at him here. So he, like I said, he's 6'4", 195 pounds. He had transferred to Murfreesboro, Oakland, because Webb didn't have enough players to fill the team. So he's going to play his last year in high school at Murfreesboro, Oakland. And of course, Tennessee beat out Ole Miss, Vanderbilt, Georgia, and LSU for him. And there's some other schools involved in recruiting him too. I'm pretty sure that he received offers from a lot of other schools. But Tennessee came through with the commitment. And that's the deal on that. Then, of course, the Boo Carter saga. Boo Carter is back in the fold. They haven't made a decision. You know, you got the Players Council, and they have to vote on whether they can bring him back. Well, they've already bought him back. Don't know how long he'll have to sit out before they'll let him play or whatever. But I think he was there in spring drills. I mean, not spring drills. He was there in be ready for fall drills. And so I think he met with Hyper and they got everything settled. But see, the thing is, with these guys, he had changed agents and a bunch of stuff, and when you do that, then you don't really know where a kid's coming from. But with that said, hopefully the next time we will not go through this again next year. He's got one more year left before he can go to the NFL, and hopefully he does better than what he did this year. And they said it wasn't about money. They said it wasn't about money. They said it was more or less about playing on offense and defense. But I don't believe that to be true because they'd already made a decision on him playing both positions. So that's just something that they're talking about. And then just looking at Tennessee has about 9 or 10 guys, including the 2 walk-ons, in the receiver room. And that, to me, the receiver room right now is the weakest link for Tennessee. If they can pick up Tristan Keys, they still battling for him. And it's a receiver out of Utah that they're trying to get. And but anyway, if they can pick up Tristan Keys and pick up this receiver out of Utah or one of those, that'll help them a little bit because they have about 7 or 8 receivers in the fold right now in the receiver room. And as far as experience is concerned, the only one with any kind of experience is Brazel. And so that's going to be the weakest link on the team. Those guys have got to come through for Aguilar or whoever the quarterback is. And let's see if I can find the receiver that they're looking for. This guy's a 4 or 5 star. But anyway, they're still out there beating the streets for Darius Gray, Savion Hitter, the running back. Tennessee, from what I was hearing from On 3 and from Austin Price, Tennessee is still in pretty good shape for Savion Hitter. And if this date is not right, he's supposed to commit on the 22nd of August. And right now it's down to about 7 schools for Savion Hitter. But Hitter, he's 5'11 and a half, 200 pounds, home run hitter. Real good running back, 5-star and Rivals.com. Like I said, Ohio State, Georgia, and Tennessee, Michigan, and Virginia all are his finalists. And he's supposed to commit on the 22nd. So Tennessee's still trying to get him. And then, of course, Darius Gray is another 5-star. Tennessee's in the running for. Let's see if I can pull them up. Darius Gray is an interior offensive lineman, and it's down to LSU, South Carolina, Ohio State, Tennessee, and Virginia Tech. Now, I don't know if Tennessee's in as great a shape for Gray as they are with Hitter. We'll have to just wait and see. But he's a unanimous 5-star, and I think the crystal ball. I'm looking here at the crystal ball. Well, let's see what Steve Wilfong say. Wilfong wrap around and tell 5-star saving here. Okay, but Gray. Right now, I think LSU is the leader for him, and that's the way it stands. Going down the road, we're going to hear from him later on, sometime here in the next month or so, where he's going and who he's planning on playing for. So they have a decision date set for him. And let's see what that is. But anyway, that's the story on Darius Gray. Tennessee starts, I think they start fall camp tomorrow. I think they had media days today on campus. And we'll see how they do. We'll be bringing reports on what they're going to be doing down the road. But don't know when Darius Gray is going to make his announcement. Let's see here. But anyway, that's the 5 stars. That there's 2 5-stars that Tennessee is pursuing, and they're pursuing a wide receiver that's a 5-star up in Utah, and then of course Tristan Keys, who is a 5-star committed to LSU. And so with that said, that's gonna end this quick Tennessee show. Like I said, the Blue Carter situation is still ongoing. We'll see if we'll hear more about that as the days go by. But with that said, this is the ShallowCross Sports Network with the AA. We'll see you on the next show.